Hello everybody. In this video chapter, I'm going to walk you through how to launch your desktop interview assistant. The prerequisite is you have already downloaded the desktop app while you were creating this particular interview, the product manager, the Airbnb desktop based interview, and you have already installed it. If you have any doubts, please check the previous video and where I have shown how to set up a desktop interview, download the interview assistant application for your Windows OS, and open the dashboard after logging in. So I'm going to get started from here. Let's say I'm logged in to my web dashboard and I see the desktop based interview at the top in the action show, right? So you have two options. One is to launch in desktop and the second is to run simulation. In this video, I'm going to show you the launch in desktop version. The other video that will follow will be about running simulation for your desktop application. Great, let's go dive in. I'm going to click on launch in desktop. It's going to throw you a gated screen, which is very important for you to read. It is the same for the web mode as well, which basically means that the when you are clicking on launch in desktop, it is going to deduct one live interview credit, and the AI assistant needs a human interviewer to be able to speak first. There has to be somebody at the other side of the screen in the meeting or the interview who is going to ask you questions at that point in time, right? And your recommended action is always to launch this 5 to 10 minutes before the start of the actual interview. So if it is tomorrow or today at 10:45 p.m., then I should start or launch it around 10:40 p.m. Okay. So the recommended setup is to go ahead and run simulation. Otherwise, we have an alternative where you can click launch anyway. As soon as you click launch anyway, now this is the best part of the version where just in case you forgot to download and install the desktop application while doing the setup, which is there in my previous chapter, you still have an option to click on download for Windows and install it again from here. Or if the app is already installed, then you should click to open this. Okay, let me do that. As soon as I do that, I'm going to land on this dashboard. Since I had already logged in last time in the previous chapter, so it directly opened my desktop application dashboard. If not, it will throw you to the login screen of the desktop dashboard, and you should basically log into the desktop app via the web application and land on this particular page, right? It's the similar page or dashboard page that you have on your web application, except that this holds only the live interviews which are in the desktop environment. Okay. If you want to set up a new live interview and you click on this, it is going to throw you back to the web application. And if it is logged in, you need to get started by creating an interview. If you want to look at tutorials, help center, everything is available. There is a subscription plan. It is again going to move you back to the web application. For this particular desktop application, it is only focused on either launching the desktop application before your interview or running simulations. Nothing else. Everything else should be on your web application. There is an upgrade plan as well there, and there is something called check for updates. So generally, if we have released newer desktop versions, it would be available to you directly here, which will show the latest version available to download is X 1.0 let's say 233 or something like that, and you should be able to auto download it, and you just need to click to install there. There would be a click to action button which says click to install. Once you do that, it will install it, and then it will give you proper instructions which says that you should close the desktop dash application. You don't need to log out, you just need to close it, and then your desktop application would be showing up on your dashboard, and you have to open this, not the installer application that you downloaded. Okay, please bear this in mind. A lot of people do mistakes that they go back and try to install the application again. No, please don't do that. It Your desktop application for interview V would already be there on your desktop. You just need to double click it and it will open this same thing here. Please be mindful of this. Okay, now I'm going to click on launch. As soon as I click on launch, it opens a launch setup visual. Just like there was a launch visual for the web application in the previous videos, we have a launch visual for the desktop application also. There are 3 steps. Step 1 is open your interview, which basically where you paste your interview invite link. So if you already have an interview meeting link added while setting up the interview, it will appear here and you just need to click open meeting link. If it is not, let's say I did not add the interview meeting link at that point in time. So here you have an option to go ahead and paste it. So let's say I have an interview link, which is this. I'm going to basically open this, okay? And I'm going to paste it here. As soon as I click on open meeting link, it will open the same meeting link tab here. As simple as that. Okay. It will be a duplicate, so you can close one of them by closing this. Let's say you don't want to run the meeting, let's of Google Meet or Teams or you know Zoom Workplace from your browser, but you actually want to run it from your default desktop application. So let me open an application. Okay. So this is my desktop application that you see here, right? This is the Google Meet desktop application. And you need to read the next set of instructions, which says that you have to return to the setup screen and click continue below because you have not completed the launch wizard yet. You have to stay in the waiting room. This is the waiting room. My interviewer is already there. Do not join the meeting yet. It works with browsers, Chrome, there is Edge, there is Brave. It does not work with Safari. It does not work with Firefox. It works with all kinds of meeting apps, the Zoom app, the Microsoft Teams, there is Google Meet, there is WebEx, and there are other interview apps that you can also use. So both browser-based applications and desktop-based applications. That's the beauty of the product, that it can listen to any system audio that is available, and it will be able to generate talking points during the interview. So now that this is done, I'm going to select my meeting is open and I'm ready to test my audio. Please read the instructions. It is simple that you would know that once you have clicked on open meeting link and then this gets enabled and you have to click on this, then the click to action button of continue to device setup gets activated. So I'm going to click on continue to device setup. As soon as I do that, there are two steps or two features that needs to be enabled. One is the microphone plus system audio access, which says that it needs to process what is the answer that I'm giving and also process the question, right? So it needs my microphone, and that's why you're seeing this particular signal bar. And similarly for system audio, you need to allow it to access system audio. How can you do that? By clicking on play test sound. Great, that's it. And now you can see continue to shortcuts button is already enabled for you. So my first step was to open the interview room. The second step was to check device access. Now this is optional. The last option is to check whether your application has screenshots and recording access. Now this is a very critical feature, although it is optional for checks right now. But if you're going for a technical interview, this is needed because AI assistant will be able to take screenshots of your active screen. And if there is a question or a lead code question or a presentation and you need some answers based on the presentation that is showing up, you would need to click on that particular click to action button or the window shortcut that we have shared, which is Alt plus Shift plus S. Now let me press that. As soon as I do that, it says the screenshot feature access is provided and everything is green for you. Okay. Please read the instructions and click on continue to shortcuts. Now these are only three shortcuts that we have. Very simple to remember. The first is Alt plus Shift plus W, which basically hides or shows the AI assistant window, which I'm going to show. And the second one, which we did right now, Alt plus Shift plus S, which basically does the engages the Ask AI assistant to generate answers. Now what is that? I will be showing you during the live interview. And last is click plus menu, which is at the very top of the window. You just need to do left mouse click and it will give you options to minimize it or maximize it and stuff like that. Okay. Now everything is done. Until now, even if I click on activate AI assistant, we are not going to deduct the live interview credits. So you can very well click on activate. Now this is where the magic happens. You can see this particular transparent overlay or the window that is showing up on your screen, which you can drag to move around. You can minimize it, expand or collapse it. If you minimize it, you just need to do Alt plus Shift plus W and it will come back again, which is there written at the top half of the screen. And there is another feature which I'm going to show you during the live interview, which is basically Ask AI, which will take a screenshot and generate better quality answers with more reasoning in the window. And there are two more options here, which is basically if you click on the settings icon, it says if you need to change the length of the AI responses, either bulleted or concise or detailed. So you can do that. By default, it is always concise, but if you want shorter answers, then you can go for bulleted. If you're a fresher and you want paragraph-based answers, then you can go for detailed. And second is if you are doing a coding round or a technical round and you need answers in a particular programming language, whether Python or JavaScript or XYZ languages, then you should select that particular programming language. Don't worry, even during the interview, if you see that the programming language required has changed from Python to, let's say, Go, then you can change it, and based on that, take a screenshot and it will be able to generate an answer. But by default, we pick it up as Python. If you click on compact window, it will reduce its size to 50% so that anything that is behind the screens, like you need to click or you need to view them properly, you can do that. The best part of this is this screen or window is not at all visible to the interviewer, even during screen sharing, which has been mentioned here. This overlay is invisible to interviewers even during entire screen sharing. Like you can see at the bottom, the desktop application is missing, right? The icon is missing. The only time it shows up is here on your desktop, which you can basically put it in any of the folders to hide it during the interview, just in case they ask you to share your desktop as well, right? Then just go ahead and follow the guide. It says click start session at the top of the panel when ready. Join your interview meeting in browser or desktop application. I've already opened it on my desktop application, and as you can see, my interviewer is already there. So I need to go and start it, but use the keyboard shortcuts that are needed, Alt plus Shift plus W and Alt plus Shift plus S, which I'm going to show you during the interview, right? The last thing about this is, in this video that I'm showcasing, I have actually used a visible version of our desktop application. Otherwise, it won't appear even in the screen recording that I am showing you at this point in time. Okay, but the one that you will have will be invisible if you take a screenshot on your own, or even if you do a screen recording just like I'm doing. Similarly, the interviewer will not be able to see anything on your screen. Okay. Hope that was helpful. In our next video chapter, I'm going to show you, after I click on start session, how AI generates answers and how you should use Ask AI whenever applicable and be able to give better answers. Until now, your live interview credit has not been used up because you haven't clicked on start session. Okay. The last piece of recommendation is you should be in this particular state, the desktop overlay opened or the desktop window opened, without clicking on start session, at least 2 minutes before the interview joins or you are joining the interview room. Okay. If there are any questions, please reach out on comments. Thank you.